Hi, Yudian. First, I'd like to explain to you about how the speaking test, the IELTS speaking test work. There are three parts of this. The first part, you answer a question about yourself and your family. In part two, you speak about a specific topic that you can choose. And in part three, we have a longer discussion on the topic. Yeah, means the topic two. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let's start. So first, what I would like you to do is to, let me get this. Okay, let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it, Yudian?
Well, my hometown is a metropolitan town. Is where I live right now. It's not exactly on the city center, yes, but geographically, I belong in that city, and the city is very metropolis. A lot of people live and work in the town center. Yes, lots of buildings, lots of traffic too. Yes, very crowded, very dense. I think the population is too much for me to handle.
And what's the most interesting part of your town or village? In this case, city. Yeah. So what is the
Yes,
most interesting part of the city?
right. I would say the food. Most people come here for the food. Yes, they say that Bandung is a good place to start a culinary journey. Yes, and people always come for the culinary experience. We have
Oh, so you live in Bandung, yeah?
Yes, I live in Bandung, correct. So
Okay.
the uh, the culinary experience here is unique. Many people aim for the taste and the food that they couldn't have, they can't have in towns
Mhm.
outside of Bandung, right? The range is very wide. You can have from sweet food to very weird tasting food. Yes, you can have it all in
Okay.
Bandung actually.
But other than culinary, is there anything else interesting?
The view, I would say, there this city has a lot of vantage points. Yes, um, you can go up to the Dago region, and then you can find many good restaurants there, or
Hmm.
simply just a sightseeing spot for the view. You can see mountains, lakes, yes, and even forests and rivers. I wouldn't recommend to take a look at the rivers because it's not they're not actually um, enjoyable. Yeah, yes,
Okay, not very
they're not
clean, is it?
enjoyable. But the mountain view is quite amazing. I would say
All right. I understand Bandung is also cool, yeah? The temperature, the climate.
yes,
Mhm.
very very cold.
Okay. And do you know what kind of jobs people living in your town have? What do they do? Most of the people living there, the majority.
Yeah, back then people used to work with the government. Yes, that would be the most ludicrous job in the city. Yeah. But now people choose to work in a creative part of making arts and such. Like
I
there's a
see.
community. There's literally a community for that, for creating murals, graffitis, music, singing, theater, whatever it is. Now people
Yeah.
work in that kind of field. Yes.
Yeah.
So working with the government, it's not really a must. It's not really a common option right now. Yeah. It has
Mhm.
become uncommon actually if you want to work in the government. Now it has become
Right.
rarity. But people just
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
work in the creative directing stuff. Yes.
So the informal sector, yeah, of the
The
business, yeah.
informal sector of the business, but and still making good money from it, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I suppose a lot of the artistic people live there, yeah. I
Yes.
understand there's a school of art or something in Bandung. Yeah.
Yes. School of art,
Okay.
school of music, and so on. Yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Would you say Bandung is a good place to live? No,
It,
would you recommend to other people to live there?
I think it is, especially if you're tired of getting soaked in sun. Yes, in the sunlight. Other places you would be, you know, feeling
Sure.
extremely cooked. Yes, dry. Yes, you would be thirsty all the time, feeling hot all the
Oh,
time because the weather in other places is not as enjoyable as this one. Yeah, Bandung has a very particular weather where it's cold, but it's not freezing. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
enough to make you sick. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
balanced. You will have your choice of places to stay, but in where I live right now, it's quite chilling. Yes, it's quite chill.
Hmm.
Yes, not freezing, just enough,
Comfortable enough. Yeah.
comfortable enough.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Let's move on to talk about your accommodation, your house or wherever you live. What kind of accommodation do you live in?
I live in a house. Um,
Okay.
yes, compact.
Can you say more about your house?
Right. Yeah, my house is a compact sized house. Yeah, not really big, not really small. It's enough. 2 stories. The the lower floor is used for gathering and eating and entertainment. Yes, the upper floor is
Mhm.
used for my personal needs like gaming and also working. Basically, here's I live in I'm staying at the second floor. Yes.
Okay. So how many bedrooms do you have in your house?
Currently, we have 3 bedrooms. Yeah, my bedroom,
Okay.
my personal bedroom. Sometimes I switch with my brother here. My
Okay.
brother sometimes sleeps downstairs. That's the second room. Yes, which used to belong to my grandmother, but she has passed away, unfortunately. So the room is
But
empty. So now we switch room with me and my brother. We switch room. Sometimes I sleep down
okay.
there, and he sleeps here, and so, vice versa. Yeah. And the other one is my parents' bedroom. Yeah.
Okay. So relative to the center of Bandung, how far are you from the center?
I would say quite far. It will take around 30 minutes to get to the center.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But you are in the higher elevation, yeah?
Right. Correct.
So cooler, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How long have you lived there, Julian?
Um, I moved here 2004, so that is 18 years. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been living here for 18 years in total.
Okay. Very good. And you live with your parents and your brother, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Live with my parents and my brother. Four of us have been living here for 18 years. Yeah, all
18
of us.
years. Okay. Nice. What do you like about living there in that house? What do you like the most?
Um, I like that it's not big. Yes, it's very easy to clean.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
we
that's
don't have
important. Yeah.
helpers here, so basically we do cleaning, household jobs with
Mhm.
our own, yeah, ourselves. We don't hire anyone to do it for us, so we have to be
Clean
independent
it
about it.
yourself.
Yeah, we have to clean ourselves,
Yeah.
and because the size is not really that big, it's not humongous. Yeah, it's enough, like a compact size, like what I said before. It's easier to clean, easier to maintain, easier to look for. Yes, not afraid
Mhm.
of burglar coming in because you know just
Safe. Yeah.
it's safe. Yes, and probably the second reason is because it's comforting, very comforting. Every time I go out, I really want to go back home because this home provides a feeling of security for me.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
safety
It's
and
home. Yeah.
security. It's home. It's very
The true
homey.
meaning of home.
The
Yeah.
true
Okay.
meaning of home. Yes, I feel
A
safe
home
every
sweet
time.
home. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
It's very good. So, if you have a choice, for example, when you decide to move out from your current house, what what kind of accommodation would you most likely to live in? Is
Another
it the
house.
same? Yeah. If, for example, you have to move out from that house,
Hmm.
hopefully not, but for example, you have to move out and have another job in another city. What kind of accommodation would you like? Would you most likely to live in?
Well, I would buy another house, of course, yes. A house is the only thing that can make me feel comfortable. Apartments, not so. I have tried apartments so many times, living in my friend's apartment, staying there, and like a villa, even bigger. No, no. I want just a house like this, exactly like this. Probably smaller, enough for my wife and my children. Yeah,
Yeah,
just probably four of us. Um,
and have a garden.
and have a small garden enough for my children to play around. Yeah, I don't want them to
Yeah.
feel enclosed and jailed. Yeah,
Yeah.
imprisoned by this house. I want them to enjoy outside world, of course. So a small garden will be sufficient. Yeah, where probably my wife can take care of the plants. Yes, but yeah,
Yeah.
the only accommodation I can think of is another house. And of course, I would have to move out of this house once I get married. I cannot keep staying here. I would just fill out the unnecessary space, of course.
Okay.
Right.
Very good. Thank you very much, Eden.
Thank you, sir.
I guess we can move on to the task 2. Yeah. So this one, you have some time to think about. Describe something you own, which is very important to you. So take some time to jot some notes. So
Yeah.
something that you own, which is very important to you, where you get it from, how long you've had it, and what do you use it for, and why is it important to you? Okay.
Okay. Wait, can
Okay.
I please have the points again? Because I need
Okay.
to
So
take note.
one,
Mhm.
describe something you own, which is very important to you,
Yes.
and you should say where you got it from and how long you've had it, this thing, and
Yes.
then what you use it for. And the last one is explain why is it important to you.
Okay.
Okay. So talk about this about say 2 minutes. You describe about this thing. Go ahead.
Okay. Are you gonna start the timer?
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
matter. We can. I can do that. I can remind you if it is almost over. Your time
Okay.
is
Thank you
almost
so
over.
much.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, probably I don't have to prepare this because it's in front of me, basically.
Already.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I own a computer. Yes, of course, it's very important for me. I'm an English teacher teaching online classes. Yes.
Mhm.
And where did I get this from? It was a long time ago. I think I bought it myself, or probably my father bought it for me.
Okay.
And it's been around since ages. I think since this house existed, this computer is already there. So I think
Oh, really? Okay.
it's quite an old computer, around 18 years. Yes.
Mhm.
And of course, I use it for my job. That's first and foremost. Yeah. Okay. The most important thing is I use it for my job. I use it for working, for making reports, and
Mhm.
also sometimes I use it for my hobbies. Well, I have a lot of hobbies. Gaming. I use it for gaming too. Thankfully, it's
Okay.
strong enough. I have upgraded this computer so
Yeah.
many times. Yes, and now it's far stronger than it used to be. So it has more purposes than, well, than what it used to
Yeah.
have. So not only I use it for working, but also I use it for making music, and also, like I told you, gaming, but
Mhm.
not intensively, just casually, enough to keep me entertained in
Right.
the
Yeah.
breaks between classes, because I would
Yeah.
get I
You
would
need
get
it.
bored.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
right. Yeah.
yes. And
Okay.
I think it's a very important gadget, important device for me, because without this, I would not be able to do any online classes, and that's a
That's right.
nightmare. Yes, I once had a day where this computer completely shut down. I couldn't do anything with it, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
canceled
You,
all my
you
classes that day. I couldn't use the phone because the phone has a battery life, and my classes were full at that day. But these computers last long because it doesn't have any battery. As long as you pay the electricity, it's okay actually.
that's right. Yeah.
And
Okay.
also, it keeps me entertained. Making
Yeah.
music and gaming is enough. Is important for me to keep my mind active. Yeah,
Mm.
because if I only use it solely for my work purposes, I would get bored. Yes, and this doesn't have any important function anymore. Yeah, so I think
Mm.
it's a very important device for me because it has so many functions, and most of
Right.
all, it's just about my work. Yes,
Yeah. And so far it's been reliable. Yeah.
it is very
Okay. I
reliable.
was going to ask you, 18-year computer. It's amazing. Yeah. How it can
Right.
still work with
Again,
all
as
the
an office
new
call,
applications and stuff.
exactly. The casing is 18 years old, yeah, but the inside is quite new.
Oh, inside already you change it
Yes,
already.
of course, yeah. I keep
But
upgrading
is
it.
it really valuable in terms of money? Do you think the computer?
It is, yes. I could have sold this and bought a new laptop. Actually, yeah,
How can
it
you?
is very
Okay.
valuable. I can, but Right now, I'm still happy with what I have right now. Yes, and again, I don't need to recharge things like battery. Yes, the laptop, I need to use battery. I need to keep recharging it. I forget it's dead. Basically, this I just keep plugging it into my socket. It's alive. Yeah, so it's
Hmm.
very valuable, but I wouldn't sell it. I wouldn't sell it.
Okay.
I mean,
So it's actually easy to replace, but you don't want to, right?
easy, exactly. Yes, very easy to
Yeah.
replace, but I don't want to.
But you don't want to. Yeah. You have some emotional attachment, I guess.
You are right. Yes, I love this like my own son, even though I don't have one.
Okay, right. Yeah, you will until you have your real son later on.
Yes, yes, you're
Okay.
right.
Okay, let's have like a two-way discussion, Yudian. Let's think about how people's values have changed, yeah, throughout the time. What kind of things do you think give status to people, say here in Indonesia or specifically in Bandung? So what kind of things give status to people?
Money.
Think,
I would think money. The more you have,
yeah?
the higher status you will get. Yeah. The richer you are, the more important you become. Basically,
Okay.
if you have enough money, you can open up a lot of businesses, and also people get attracted to you. Investors, yes, especially many investors are now interested in people who are starting a new company. Yes, basically, if you have enough money, you will attract a lot of people, and then of course it will automatically raise your status. You are rich now, and now people will see you differently. You will be up there with all the celebrities. Yeah. Even you can be more famous, you can be more important, you can be more well, whatever it is, yeah. Your status can be higher than celebrity as long as you have money. Yes.
Okay. But what about this integrity stuff or moral and how do you call it? Yeah, integrity, I guess. Yeah. Mm, being nice. What those kind of things? Do you think it's also change the way we look at people? You know, for example, okay, you're rich, but say you don't have integrity. You become rich because you're corrupt. You don't have the integrity. So what kind of impression do you have to people like that?
Well, I would say it will be really it will take a unicorn to yes to grant a wish that people could have a lot of money while being nice at the same time. Yes, but if there's one like that, yeah, I would appreciate it a lot. Yes. Nice people of course have higher in my eyes at least, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice people with integrity, moral, anti-corruption, those people have better position in my eyes, in my view. Okay, according to
yeah.
my point of view, these people are what I call good guys here.
Mm,
But when speaking reality, people will look up to those who have wealth more than those who have personality, yes, and good behavior and good intentions. But
so
actually, it doesn't matter what people feel. I feel people the way they are actually, yes. So if they're rich and greedy at the same time, I don't see him as a human being. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah.
yeah,
But if he's rich, is helpful. I see him as a human being. And even if he's not rich, he's just basically kind to others. Spending all his money for charity, for donations. I wouldn't mind. If he gets poor by it, I would respect this person more than the
okay,
rich people. Yes.
yeah. So I'm sure there are a lot of rich people that are who are also very nice, I guess,
Yes.
yeah,
Of
and who
course.
has integrity, yeah. So those kind of are ideal. But do you think that these values have changed throughout the time? For example, when you're since the time of your parents when they were still very young, do you think people's values have changed over the time? I mean, maybe I should say, are people now more materialistic or hedonistic
Mhm.
compared to, say, 50 years ago when your parents were still young?
I would say so. I think it's because of the environment. Yeah. I think during my parents' time, yeah, I think you would also know, yeah. Uh, we don't really probably my parents don't have a lot to look up to.
I'm probably older than your parents, Julian.
Yeah, yes, of
I'm
course.
probably older than your
Yes, you
parents.
are. I think you already know, yeah. At that time,
Yeah.
probably, no one is living, well, probably hedonism already existed at that time. Probably, spending money irresponsibly, yes, already existed at that time. But it's you older generations didn't have social media, yes, not like us right now. So people will live with their own standard. The people who are hedonistic, they live with their own standard, and people don't actually. I want to be like them, Yes,
Yeah.
they don't take example like that. But now social media is anywhere, and people want to be like what they see. You see a person very successful, spending money, bragging about their salary. You want to be like them because social media exists. Yes. So
Yeah.
I think the value changes because of technology. Yes, technology makes moral degradation easier to achieve. Yes, rather than showing empathy, you know, showing kindness, showing good value. Yeah, I think that what happens right now. Technology changes people's value right now. Yes,
Yeah.
people could easily be triggered, could easily be motivated, be influenced by both good things and bad things. But unfortunately, people are more attracted to bad things right now. Yes, instant wealth, yeah, instant riches, and I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I suppose also people needs are different. For example, 50 years ago, the needs didn't include handphone, for example. Now
Correct,
everybody has to have a mobile phone at least.
correct. Yes.
Very good. So let's change a totally different subject here.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about the role of advertising. Yeah, you talk about uh, being how do you call it? Commercial. Everything is so
Mm-hmm.
commercial. Everybody looks at whether somebody has money. So a lot of these things, I think, is influenced by advertising. So let's talk about a little bit about advertising. Do you think advertising influences what people buy?
Yes,
So maybe you can share
definitely.
your experience also.
Definitely the well, advertisements, they go really wild right now, yeah, very wild. Some even
Mhm.
go as far as uh dishing or saying bad things about their rifle, yeah, just
Yeah, right.
in
Yeah.
order for us to get attracted to the product. It's going wild right now. Yeah, it's very wild actually, if I may say. And of course, with all that, that all out mentality, people get influenced really easily. Yes, like I think we have seen the rivalry between Samsung and iPhone. Yes, and they constantly are at war. They're constantly are at war. Yeah, and they will always mention about the features that don't exist in the other
Yeah.
company, and vice versa. Yeah, and I think it's very influential when people say that. And was like, it's really cool. They have the courage to do that. I will buy the product because they say bad things about Samsung, and Samsung people are like, I will buy your product because you say bad things about iPhone, about Apple. It's very influential because
It's a
of
bit
how they
unethical now.
advertise.
Yeah.
Yes, very wild.
Maybe you can share me an experience that you get influenced by a certain advertisement when you bought something
Mm.
because of advertise.
Yeah, well, I don't really look at advertisement that much, yeah, but I would purposefully watch an advertisement before I buy a product. I think my phone right now, yes, my phone has a great advertisement. This phone, it's very sophisticated for a cheap phone. Yes, it doesn't cost more than 2.5 million, actually, 3 million at
Mhm.
most. Yeah, and the advertisement was very interesting. It features multiple cameras. Yeah, in which I discovered that some of the cameras are not working. Basically, it's just a gimmick.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And
So,
but they say something about fast memory and fast reading speed, and I need that. I need that because
Okay.
I'm always frustrated by how my phone is really sluggish. Yeah, and how
Mm.
my phone doesn't cooperate with me all the time. Makes me want to punch hole through the the phone. But the advertisement of this phone encouraged me to actually believe that this phone is faster than its competitors, and I bought it. And
Mm.
to be honest, I'm actually happy with what I have right now, thanks to that advertisement. Yeah. Of course, every advertisement can influence me, yes, because they're made to influence people. But this one specifically tells me that you don't have a lot of money. Sure, we have the option for you here. A
Yeah.
cheap phone that is not Chinese, yes, has a brand Samsung, which is probably made in China, probably yes. But still, it has the feature that other competitors in the Chinese phone or even iPhones don't have. So yes, that was my experience.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think advertisement is not a negative thing. It's informative. You just have to make your own judgment, to make your decision anyway. So,
Correct.
but
Yes.
you do need, rather, you do need advertisement to compare stuff.
Yeah.
Now, with the age of technology and with internet, it's very easy to, they are very helpful for you to decide, what you want to buy. Okay, very good, Yudian. I think we can end our session here. Just some feedback. I think you answer all, you can explain very well about,
Thank you.
your personal life, about your house, and also about the things that you value the most, and also our this two-way discussion just now. And thank you for that. It's very clear to me, what
Thank
you
you,
were
sir.
saying before.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Yudian. I'll see you next time. Good luck with your IELTS test. When are you
Okay.
planning to take the IELTS?
Very soon, probably.
Very soon. Okay. I
Yes.
think you're ready for that anyway.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
You
much,
were
sir.
ready maybe 3 months ago already.
Right. Yes. I
Okay,
am.
yeah. Good luck. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks.